Hi bonsai fans, this is the second Literati tree that I've done today. So I've already prepared a few pieces. I've had a hunt around to try and find a pot. This is going to be the best one for now. I need quite a deep pot because we need to regenerate roots. I've had to cut off a large tap root, so there's not much root left in it. It's enough to sustain the tree. So that's going to be roughly the style for now. So what I need to do, I've bare rooted this one purely for one reason. It was in a pot with two other trees, and as I said on that video, I've had a bit of trouble this year with vine weevil. It's never been a problem in the past, but this year for some reason I seem to have an infestation of vine weevil. That's the third tree this year, or the third pot I've looked in this year that I've found vine weevil in. I probably found 10 or 12 altogether. I've disposed of the soil. That's not going to be used again, because what I would normally do in a pot like this, I'd use the spent soil in the bottom just to produce a drainage level and then start from there. Because it's a fairly large pot and it's only a small amount of root, I'm going to put a layer of gravel in the bottom first. That's going to give me the drainage level. So it's also going to stabilise the pot. It's going to be quite heavy. So I think we can afford one more. Right, so that's a really good drainage level in there, as I say, because it's going to be an upright tree like that. There's not much foliage on it, so it's not really going to get blown off the bench, but it's just a precaution basically. It's a nice big heavy sturdy pot, so it shouldn't get blown off. I'll put it into a position of away for the winds first of all, just to help it recover from this process. Let's try and put a bit of stuff in there. Right. It's just the question of deciding what angle to plant it at. What's going to be the front of the tree? What's going to give us the most interesting angles? Well, I think that's the best way to look at it, because it disguises the large chop there. It's just a question of how much twist and turn we put into this top section, basically. That's probably going to be okay for now. Let's bring that slightly this way. Yep. Right, so I need to try and secure this tree in the pot. So I'm going to dig a hole in the substrate, try and secure those roots that side, and then build up the level on the other side. Right, let's just leave that there for a minute. I need another scoop. So, right, so by the time I've moved that around, right, let's bury those roots. Right, so that's holding it upright. So by the time I'm going to bury it slightly deeper than I need it, just to hold it in, because I haven't tied it in. I'm going to get rid of those aerial roots there, we don't need those ones. Right, so some bonsai soil on top of that. Scoop this. And then, like the one this morning, I'll finish it off with a layer of fine molar clay, just so that I know it's been repotted in 2022. As I said in that video, I like to change the toppings that I put on my trees each year. It just gives me an idea of when they were potted. So that's about the depth. Might be a little bit too much in there. So I'm going to put a layer of molar on top of that. So I've got a couple of grades of molar clay. This is going to be a fine molar on top of this one. Right, so before I put that on, I'm just going to give that a little bit of water. Just water it in a little bit, just to settle the soil around the roots. And give it a bit of a prod just to make sure it's in and around there. Right, let's just give it a little bit of water. Oh, I forgot I was attached to the camera then. Sorry about that. Right, let's get the watering can. Just get a real good soak. Right, so we're just going to get a nice soak. And I'll use this to force it around the edges. And make the tree stand a bit firmer. What I might do is put a piece of wire around there and wrap it around the actual pot itself. Let's just do this for a while. See if we can get it a little bit more secure. The trouble is we've got no roots on this side of the pot, so there's nothing there to really anchor the tree on that side. I think we're going to just give it another bit of water just to help get it in and around that tree and those roots. Right, now for the molar clay. Let's just give it one more look firm. So as I like to top dress it each year with a different substrate. Just helps me to remember what year they were repotted in. Give this one a nice deep layer. That should be plenty. And the good thing about molar clay, very similar to Akadama, is that it changes colour between dry and wet. So as you can see, it's a light sandy colour at the moment, sort of like a bit of a pinky tinge to it. And when you put the water on, it darkens down really nicely. It's the first year I've used molar clay as a dressing on top of the pots, so I'm not sure how quickly it'll dry out. We haven't had any really quite hot days so far this year, and it seems to last about a week before it dries out in this time of year, which is quite good. I'm only watering the trees once a week at the moment, so that works in well. So hopefully when the sun really hits, if it lasts for a day or two, then obviously that gives you some idea of how much water's in the pot without having to dig down each day to test it. Right, let's just get a bit of a smooth down. Let's clean that off first. It's better. Right, so I'm just going to add a bit of a tap. Actually, if I get, how have I got? That might work better. More of a surface area. So I've left a ½ inch depth around the outside edge just so that I can water it. And that's just the first potting of that one, so that's going to take a couple of years in development just to get exactly what I'm looking for. It's not bad for a start. So just thinking about whether I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm not going to. I was going to try and thinking of getting a better bend on, more of an acute bend, but no, I think I'll leave that as it is. So that's just the start of it. So it's probably going to change its appearance over the next couple of years, but just as a starter tree, just to give me an idea. So I haven't got any really mature Literatis in the collection. It's one of the styles I've always liked, but I've never really worked on them. What I did notice this spring when I've gone around the garden, I've got quite a few seedlings which are a bit like this, where I've just let them grow. They put on a lot of top growth. Some of them have got some nice twists and turns already, so there's no wire scars on this trunk. I thought what I might do is just turn a few of them into Literatis. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It's a quick, short one, bit of a follow-up from the one I did earlier today, where I did it more in depth. But again, it looks okay for now. It's just a small tree. Just zoom in a little bit. Oops. Let's get the top of the tree. There we go. So it's not too bad a start. It's only the second or third one I've ever done. So I say it's in the wrong pot, but that's going to be looked into over the next couple of years. I've got to regenerate the roots down the bottom of the tree, so quite a few of them have been eaten by the mealworms, so they need to regenerate. I'm just going to put that one in the shade with the other one, keep it away from the rest of the trees for now. I'll keep an eye on it, see how it picks up, and hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months we'll come back and visit this tree and see how it's progressing. Thanks for watching. Bye.